guys, I'm Boden and welcome to today's Captain's Blog. I've said that about 4,000 times now. And for years, the blog started in 2008. And for years, we have had the blog be this just little stupid side thing of mine. It started out back in the day as just a way for me to learn how to edit video. 4,000 episodes in, I still can't edit video worth a damn. But the blog has always been a very raw, rough and tumble, run and gun shot of just my day-to-day life. But there's lots of it that I've filtered out because there isn't time to show everything that goes on in the blog, and I don't want to have to deal with all that. And there's the aspect of the blog's always been focused only on my work. I keep my private life private, and I keep the view of the work very upbeat. You guys have never really seen the drama of, you don't see in this room a lot. This is our boardroom, and the blog doesn't come in here. Patreon has given me the ability to have a bit of a filter to where I can share a deeper level of stuff, and I can curate that audience so that I can take reasonable steps to try and eliminate the stalkers and the haters and all the crap that goes with it. And Patreon gives me that filter. What Patreon also does is, for the first time, allow me to generate some manner of revenue with the blog to help make it self-sustaining. The blog is a huge commitment of time. I've spent thousands of hours editing blog video, and it's expensive. I kill a camera about once a year. And somewhere I'm going to make a big display of all the blog cameras, because I've kept those that we could find. I've kept most of them, and I'm going to put a big display. When I have a house someday, I'm going to put a display up on the wall. But the blog is expensive to produce, and it takes a lot of time, and Patreon allows me to make the blog self-supporting and be able to justify spending that much time on making more blog. With Patreon, I'm doubling, give or take, the blog output. I'm posting senior staff videos of the start and end senior staff meetings, and I'm posting a lot more of the drama side of things, because I've always tried to keep the blog really upbeat, and I don't show the hell that we go through, because I don't want the general public to see that. I don't want the general public to see that we don't always get along. And there's always one staff member who's an asshole. Who that asshole is changes all the time, but every day there's one staff member that everybody's pissed at. Some days it's me. And I don't put that in the blog. I don't put the mutiny in the blog, and we've had 3. I don't put in the blog when we're totally broke and how the hell are we going to pay the mortgage, and stuff like that. I don't put the downer stuff in the blog, because I want it to be positive, I want it to be upbeat, I want to inspire people. A lot of people want to see the drama. A lot of people want to see the hell that we go through. I don't understand why, but you guys want to watch it. And I'm really big on transparency, and I want to share this stuff. So if I have to endure it and you want to watch it, we can help each other. And Patreon allows me to do that. Patreon allows me to support the blog, help out staff members from time to time. These dudes got to eat. Most of us don't get paychecks. It allows me to do other projects, and that's what this is about. I'm trying to expand the Patreon, and what I want to do is bring in enough money on the Patreon to consistently be able to do upgrades of stuff around the lab. My first big thing to kick this off is going to be building a way better 3D printer setup, because our current 3D printer setup sucks. I'm not happy. The technology has progressed a lot, and we can do better, but it costs about $1,000 a rig, and that's with me building like 90% of it myself. But think of how this works. You support on the Patreon, I can put all that money together, because you kick in like 10 or 20 bucks, whatever. I put all those 10 or 20 bucks together, and we can fund getting one new 3D printer. You know, like next month we get one new 3D printer. And I take a bunch of stuff from the lab, like we've got 80/20 in stock, and I gotta buy a box, and we put all the parts together. We build one really awesome 3D printer module. Okay, so like one portable, Wi-Fi enabled, really awesome, super accurate 3D printer. That's the first month. The second month we do it again. Well, now we really know what we're doing, and we've got it ironed out. So not only can I shoot that in the blog of like, hey, we're building this thing, and I can work with you guys with comments and support to be able to make it better, we do the second one, now we really know what we're doing, I can shoot Geek Group video then. So not only can you help me make a better 3D printing setup here for our local members, you can help me make Geek Group video of us building that, where I can teach other makerspaces, here's how you can make a really good 3D printer setup for only $1,000. And it's got the printer and Wi-Fi and a dry box and the stand and wheels and the whole damn thing, and it's all together, and we can develop stuff together. We can take this thing, this idea that I had to you, and you can make it better, because I'm not that smart. You guys can make it better. We can work together to build the thing, and then I can bring the Geek Group in and share it. And something that just started in the blog can grow and snowball to this whole thing. And now, hey look, a standard makerspace model that's open source and easily shareable to anybody in the world, so that your makerspace can have a 3D printer setup that doesn't suck. And it's tested and it's built by a team and it's worked out. That's where I want to go with the Patreon. The Patreon will also let me talk about things that have been absolutely forbidden from the blog since the inception. I've made 4,000 episodes of blog. In only one of them, ever, have I specifically shown someone I was in love with, a girlfriend. And that was, God, her and I broke up almost a decade ago. I've kept my personal life very, very private. And because my personal life is very unusual. And that's something that I would like to be a support for other people out there whose love life may be different, who may be different. And a lot of my friends are different. A lot of my fans and followers are different in some way. They're gay, they're trans, they're lesbians, they're BDSM, they're some manner of alternative lifestyle. And it's really hard for someone in my position, because I'm not a rock star, I'm not some sports superstar. It's a big deal if I talk about being alternative lifestyle. I run an educational institution. So it allows me to talk about that too, and to be support for those people, maybe even an inspiration in some way. That'd be kind of cool. It allows me to help more people. So that's what Patreon's about. It's about taking the blog and leveraging that to generate a at least somewhat reliable revenue source that I can do the maximum amount of good with, which really has pretty much been my entire life. I got a pretty solid track record of doing a hell of a lot with very little. So I invite you to come along and be a part of it and help out. So check out the Patreon, get involved. Fun stuff starts at $1. You can get on my Patreon for $1. You do that, I will publicly thank you in the blog. Thank you, and that's the say my name bitch level. At $5 you get a little more. At $10 you get into where you're watching staff meetings. At $20 you get into my personal life and the real heavy stuff. At $25 you become a VIP and you're a day sponsor, and I will put your name right here. And you know, today's Captain's Blog is made possible by a grant from Dewey McPigfucker, and thank you for getting involved. And yeah, it's all up to you. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you want to or not. That's up to you. It's your choice, as it always has been. But I would dearly appreciate it if you got involved and helped out, because it really does make a difference. We don't make a ton of money with the Patreon. The most I've ever made with it in a single month is about $1,500. But it matters. I can do a lot with that. And I want to share it with you. So thank you, and welcome to the Weird. See you around.